everybody, it's Mr. Buro from Staten Island Tech, and today I'm just going to be introducing you to the luxury home project that we typically give in the spring semester of Revit at Staten Island Tech. What you see on screen right now is a student's work showing the grounds of her project. You can see that she took a lot of work to create the outside with different types of trees. There's a nice driveway with a few cars in it, some gates. If you look around back, there's a patio area with a fire pit and a gazebo or a tent. The inside of the house is a little awkward when you look at it now because there are no floors being displayed, but you can see there's quite a bit of time being taken to arrange where all the items are in the house. There's custom windows, a lot of downloaded items from the internet, like bookcases and such, that you'll see around here. This student took a lot of work in thinking about the flow of inside their home. It's very, very traditional, where all the rooms are puzzled very nicely next to each other. The traffic flow in this house is superb. Very impressive. Take a look at this particular view. This is hands down the best in a long time for the exterior part of the home. This particular individual really focused on the exterior part, including having it sort of work in the back with like an ocean piece, which is right over here. And then there's a beachfront piece, and then the regular grass topography present there. If you look around the back of their house, they have a pool area, which is unfinished, barbecue, 2 different levels of a deck, which is really interesting to see. But the front is really what sells it. The interior of the home is also unfinished, but you could tell that the levels do match up really nicely, and the thought process was there to make everything connect very, very well on the inside. I'm going to save the inside for a different day though. And then lastly, I'll show you this particular person's take on it. Here's the outdoor view of their home with an unfinished groundwork laid, but they had designed this home to be just pretty big, pretty safe design. We have a double car garage here and 2 floors visible, plus there's a basement, and there's actually entrance into this particular area as like a 3rd floor above ground. So this person did a lot of work on the inside too. You could see here's a cutaway showing a little bit of the inside where we have like a special river table over here, which looks really nice when you render, and like very, very special downloaded items for their living room and so on. So quite a few things came into play here. The idea when doing this project is to let your imagination run wild and get some inspiration from the internet and really show off quite a few things that are to your taste and your chance to design a real luxury home. So let's go to the paper. Here we have the constraints, which are not much, but for the first time, I'm going to be working with a site or property, and the way you accomplish that is by building a topo surface. That's what this groundwork is in Revit. It's called a topo surface. And then within there, you build subregions that show off different pieces of pavement and property. This is a subregion over here within the grass, and you see inside this particular view, there's a subregion here of pavers for the driveway. So that's a really cool feature to have, to break up a piece of topography into several items like a street or sidewalk or garden or other sections of grass. Really nice. You will be drawing a property line that has a minimum of 2,500 square feet encompassed. The actual restriction for the size of the item is that it's going to be 80% of an acre being 43,560 square feet. So your building at the maximum will occupy 80% of that in any shape you want. The shape of the property should be a quadrilateral. As far as the levels and stuff, I need you to include a basement and at least 2 floors or 2 distinguishable wings along the ground floor. I'm looking for usage over here for levels, which is a really good thing to understand. You will be using a foundation that gets laid in the form of a building pad, and that's basically how you cut into the topography for your basement level. More on that in the video showing topography and sublevels. You will require staircases and railings in there. As I said, it's 80% of your property size. You need a roof for sure. It could be a fancy roof, but it's gotta divert water and debris. That's important, of course. As far as the room requirements, there's gotta be at least 1 bathroom, kitchen, living room, dining room, and a full or 3/4 bathroom. Luxury homes have luxurious features, so I'm just reminding you that this is supposed to be unique, beautiful, and really your vision. So use some web for inspiration, but don't copy what you see. Appropriate floors and ceilings for the rooms, of course. I want to see some wall coverings like paints or wallpapers, carpets on the floors if you want. The bathroom should have tiles. It's kind of standard. Your outdoor surfaces should be addressed, not just one piece of grass. For the interior, I think some furniture, again, the wall coverings, you're deciding for the living spaces whether or not it's going to be a single family house, a two family house, guest rooms, guest house, all that type of stuff. Lighting, not a lot of usage of lighting so far, what we're doing in Revit, but I do want you to address lighting in the project. So for lights, you really want to decide to have ceiling mounted lights for most of the rooms, but also explore the usage of some wall mounted lights and of course floor lamps. I think they'll go a long way, especially if you're going to make use of Enscape. For those virtual walkthroughs, you'll be able to turn the time of the day down from 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon to come down to very early morning at 6 a.m. or so, or even in the evening around 10 p.m. or so, to get different views of the rooms with the lights on or off. As far as the sheets, please produce a sheet for each floor. I need a floor plan for each level that you have for your building. You'll have dimension plans, of course. Your site plan, which is a new thing. We're going to be taking a lot of care on the outside of the building, so I need you to provide a 2D site plan, so like kind of a map of your particular property. For 3D views, you're going to have some 3D views from any perspective showing off the property. We want to make them look realistic using that visual style. If you want to do some rendering, you can too, but the realistic visual style would be appropriate. We want at least 8 cameras here. Luxury homes deserve to be shown off, so have 8 cameras showing all different parts of your property to your liking. 4 on each of 2 sheets is the minimum, please. Try to render when possible or use screenshots from Enscape. Enscape definitely coming into play here for good. As far as a walkthrough is concerned, you will not use the walkthrough feature that's built into Revit. That's going to be very problematic, of course, because it's terrible. But if you have access to Enscape, I'd like you to create a scripted walkthrough using it and then export it as a video file. That is not a sheet, of course, but it certainly is part of the work product, where you'll have a guided tour of the walkthrough using Enscape. If you want to edit the video afterwards, to put music in the background, or you could narrate it yourself, that's up to you. But I at least need a scripted video of the facility as long as you have access to Enscape. Okay, so I definitely want everybody to take their time with this project and really enjoy building their luxury home in Revit. You can use all kinds of stuff from the internet as far as downloading family files and things like that. You'll see that in those examples, there's like a car over here, and inside the level 1 floor plan, as I pointed out, there was an entertainment center here, an interesting coffee table, some good couches and chairs, as a fireplace, river table. You will not find those built into Revit. You have to really kind of look and decide how to get those online. RevitCity.com is a good place to look, as well as BIMobject.com. Both sites require accounts, but free accounts. So again, enjoy this. Make your luxury home very luxurious, and anytime you're stuck, try to refer to the many, many videos that are going to be out there supporting all the skills necessary for this project. It's a long one, so pace yourself, and most important part, someone's going to want to live in this home. So if they're not happy walking around the inside of it, you really need to take a second look at your design. Thank you very much.